Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone in podcast
Good, mo-
land.
Good morning, everyone in podcast land. Hey, Gina, you do see how that hater Cece now she's took over the responsibility of saying good morning, everyone.
That's
That's because
okay.
that's because soon as we come out the countdown, you always doing something else. So you don't see it. So I gotta let you when I say good morning, that let you know we finished and we live.
Let me talk to y'all about growth. Remember back in the day when I couldn't, I had to comment on that. Watch me now. Watch this. To everybody out there in podcast land, all the males, whether you got girlfriends, wives, significant other, or partners, watch this. Watch this. Drum roll, please. Check us out. Check us out. Yes, dear. Huh? Huh? Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that out there? That's the new improved me. Party Marty, watch this. Yes, dear.
Hurt you to your whole soul, didn't
Tastes
it?
like ass coming out of my mouth. Boy, I couldn't stand it right
And
now.
I
I'm
can
sitting
tell,
here
but
now
that's okay.
contemplating killing my damn self. But anyhow, to everybody out there in podcast land, y'all know who you are. You're timed and tuned in to Simply Us. This is what we call ourselves, our podcast, where we talk about regular people because we're regular people doing regular things. When you see us laughing and joking and Gina smiling and all that kind of stuff, that's because the podcast makes us happy. Real talk. You know, everybody that I'm an ex-Dauphine jailbird, West Baltimore thug. One more time, in case you don't know my format. My government name is Maurice Tates. I ain't hiding from nobody. I'm legit now. And they all call me West Baltimore Party Marty. And West Baltimore Party Marty is an ex crack addict, Dauphine, jailbird, drug dealing thug who God just shook his little dusty ass and made me what you see before me today, before y'all today. If you believe in miracles, you're looking at one. You're looking at one. Thank you very much, everybody. You're looking at one. So we own up to our shortcomings and stuff what we do. But you know, we enjoy ourselves with humor. Gina has two coats now. Hey, Gloria, good morning. First
Good
in,
morning,
Gloria.
Gloria.
Gloria Evans is our good friend. Her husband called. We call him Mad Max. Is my best friend. Hey, we enjoy ourselves with good-hearted humor. Um, you know, Gina, we have we used to have like a format. We don't really have a format anymore. We've evolved. We changed. Let's start with Gina. Gina is our historian. Gina talks about history, but Gina also talks about current events. Gina talks about whatever topic she thinks that somebody should be speaking on and wants to know. We're evolving. We change. We have to change. CC is our current event person who talks about a little bit of anything and everything. Gina Lee, I think that's awesome how she gives out because Gina Lee's an educated person. And hey, Doc,
Hey,
how you
Good
doing, Doc?
morning.
good.
Dr. Sutton is our doctor, Sutton. You know, BB, our
Hey,
number
BB.
one fan, as BB. Dr. Sutton is our Dr. Sutton. He doesn't have a stethoscope around his neck. He is not of the wonderful color. He is not of the white race. But don't get it twisted. You out there in podcast land are looking at a person with a PhD. His name is Dr. Ted Sutton. He also comes by the title, and he doesn't mind answering to whom he was, Crazy Ted. And Crazy Ted is always still inside that body there. Don't find out the hard way about Crazy Ted. He'll never go away. I'm not Party Marty because I own Party Marty's Moon Bouncers, my wife and myself. Let me get my shameless self promotion in there. 410-800-6628. 410-800-6628. We own a kids party rental company. But I'm not Party Marty because I own a Moon Bounce company. West Baltimore Party Marty anyhow. Doc says it all the time. Do your homework on me. Ask anybody about West Baltimore Party Marty. It's from West Baltimore that counts. Anybody. If they from West Baltimore, they don't know who West Baltimore Party Marty is. First of all, they suspect. They suspect. Second of all, as Doc say, they don't count. But back to the format. What we're talking about is we're evolving. Everything that we do started off with a format is different. Lisa, good morning, Lisa. That's our daughter-in-law, my niece-in-law. See,
There you go. There you go.
right, I do good. Some things I don't. But my point and that I'm saying is, and this is what I'm going to open with my segue: evolve. Dr. Sutton has men can change. You got to be able to change your format, y'all. I'm not saying be a chameleon. I ain't saying turn into a snake if you ain't a snake. That's to you snakes out there, snitching and telling. But that's what you have to do. You have to be able to change. I want to get my point across, so let me get in with this prayer. Prayer starting. Father God, thank you for the wonderful things that's going on in our lives. Father God, thank you for getting us up to date. Thank you for the podcast. Thank you for so many topics and so many episodes. Father God, we always pray for the people over there fighting them God-forsaken wars. Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces, losing limbs, eyes, legs, wives, husbands, just everything with them God-forsaken wars. Father God, keep them safe. Father God, we pray for everybody that's out there dealing with that God-forsaken pandemic, that's losing lives and losing family members and stuff. God, please keep them in the blood. And probably, Father God, anybody that's not getting vaccinated, please touch their heart and get them on the right path. Big cousin Helen teaches us that God gives you two things, and that's all you should need from God: grace and mercy. God's grace and mercy is all we ask of you, God. After the rest, we should do yourself. We'll bring this home, what we always do with Gina Lee's concept. Gina Lee says that we have things that's going out here now in our world that are biblical proportions. That are of biblical proportions, with storms, tornadoes, hurricanes, continuous fires. Gina Lee says the largest wildfire in the world is burning at the coldest region on earth. And I want you to think about that, y'all. The largest wildfire in the history of the world is burning in the coldest region on earth. These things right here, Father God, must wake us up. Moment of silence, please. Amen.
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 Once again, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Doc. Doc.
Good morning.
There you go. Good morning, Gina Lee, Rosanna, Anna.
Good morning.
Good morning, my lovely wife and engineer, Cece.
Good morning, everyone.
Okay, my topic today, let me get right into my topic. I'll go first today. My topic is change. My topic is change. Evolve. You must change. We just now finished. Sugar Mama, good morning.
Good morning.
Listen, we just finished. My wife and I was just now listening to the President Biden. I was commenting to my wife. This sounds crazy, but I think he looked younger now than he ever did to me. When he first got in office, I mean, all this confusion that was going on with Trump and him storming the White House and stuff, he was in disarray. I mean, he looked older, he looked beat up, he didn't know what to do with this bully. He just looked older. But now to me, he looks charismatic. His face looked like he has some color in it. Good morning, Marion.
Good morning, Marion.
His face looked like it has color in it. He's talking, man. This cat is charismatic. I mean, I can only give you my opinion because that's what the podcast is about. My opinion. I think he's doing an awesome job for the start. Sam Sadler said, you know what I mean? Give it time. It's still early. If we think that we can change anything that's going on immediately, we fooling ourselves because a lot of y'all don't know the format on how this thing goes. He's still dealing with stuff from Obama. He's still in stuff with Obama's administration. Dr. Ted tells us this all the time. Change is not a fast thing. It's a process. That's why Gina Lee, the historian now, gives you history. She talks about Harriet Tubman and I, but Harriet Tubman and things like that. But Cece and I, we didn't know when she started giving us her topics. I'm starting off with Gina because Gina's topics be all over the place. Gina's all over the place. She'll have a topic and she'll talk about something in history. But if it's something that she wants to talk about, that's a topic too. She'll have two. She always got two. Then sometimes she'll say, when I say closing thoughts, she'll say, and one more thing I wanted to reiterate on. You know what I mean? That's what this thing is about. Hey, big cuz, grace and mercy, baby. Grace and mercy. That's my cuz who taught us grace and mercy. We start every morning with our prayer with her saying. But listen, I talk about evolved. Dr. Sutton says he has a whole a group that's called People Can Change. People can change. The topic what the president was talking about, he talked about a few things. And when I got out of it, they still hard on this man about that godforsaken war over there. We got a lot of things going on now. That war has been fought. We've been over there giving them people aid and assistance for 20 years. Now, Dr. Ted will follow me on this because he's from out of West Baltimore, and he used to be Crazy Ted. My mother used to always say, if you're a chump and you can't fight, tuck your head, close your eyes, and charge the person to start swinging. Now, they're going to sidestep you, jab shit out you, give you a beating, but at least you fought back. Right, panel? That's what it is, fight back. Yeah. Even a bully will find somebody else to pick on that ain't fighting back. Mm-hmm. Them chumps over there walked away from that war. They say, oh, I don't believe we withdrew and we lost that war. First of all, we wasn't in no war. First of all, it wasn't our damn war. How y'all keep saying we lost the war? That wasn't our war. We was giving aid and assistance to some chumps. Then now, after being over there for 20 years, in 4 days, really 3 days, them chumps gave their country back without firing a shot. Them chumps gave their country back without firing a shot. Now y'all talk about running back over there to fight again. If we was in there for 20 years and them chumps gave it back in 4 days, we could be there 20 more years. Them chumps gonna give it back in 2 days. If you ever watched the Western, I'm a Western man. It was called The Magnificent Seven. That's what the format of the Western is. They went over there. They went and got them 7 people to help them over there. And because of the bad guys, the mescaleros, the banditos, the bandits, come over there and take their shit. Anytime they want, all their crops, rape their women, take their food, and tell them, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back when I'm hungry again. Well, they went and got the Magnificent Seven, who came over there and defended them, taught them how to fight, taught them how to shoot. Then they came when the 40 bandits came back. This time they beat them up, set them on their way, and they had a big party and danced and said, "Vive la France" and all that kind of stuff, and they left. And when the Magnificent Seven came back 2 months later, just to see how they was doing and say hi to them, the bandits had took the town back over. They didn't fire a shot. He asked them. Your brother's was in charge of Magnificent. He said, how did y'all get what happened? What did you do? The boy, the tough guy that was in charge of the bandits said they didn't do nothing. They didn't even fire a shot. They sheep. God made them sheep. You run around trying to teach these sheep to fight. They sheep. That's the sheep job, to be slaughtered. That's biblical. We go cut sheep open. Behead them, feed them. That's biblical. That's not my words. That's thy words. Now back to my point. You go over there and want us to keep on dealing with that godforsaken war. We got wars of our own now. The deadly pandemic. They murdering 500-600 people a year in Baltimore. We got our own damn problems. Phantom. Gina Lee will tell you about a situation. Gina Lee, I'm going to tell her a little business, and I apologize to you, Gina, for it come. We went out to dinner last night. Gina Lee heads up one of the security services at the Raven Stadium. Doc, she was flustered. Was she not, see? Couldn't even eat her food because of the stadium in disarray. Maybe she'll talk about it. The boy, Mahomes' brother, poured water on somebody in Baltimore, threw some water on them, stuff like that, because, we was talking stuff. You thought that was going to be over with in Baltimore? Gina said, I didn't know what to do because I knew they was going to fight Ted. Where you think you at? Baltimore, be more careful. Throw water on somebody else. We got our own wars. Find out what you're doing. Y'all know CC, my wife. Don't go over there and talk slick out your mouth to her and then apologize. Or you sorry, punk, you know what you was when you did it. People can change. This man right here is trying to tell America we need to evolve. We got our own situations and problems. We can't stay over there. CC said, my wife said, and I think Gene and Doc will probably comment on this, that we already had a game plan on the date that we were going to leave from over there. We had surpassed that date. That we was going to be out of Afghanistan. We had surpassed that date. We told everybody, hey, listen, y'all, next Wednesday, you feeling me? You got to be out of there. Well, you went to dinner on Tuesday night. You hung out and started eating bonbons and doing the achy breaky at the club and didn't get out of there. Now you're going to tell everybody, I don't believe you left me. You left your damn self. You left your damn self. They told you to get out of there. Y'all up there climb Mount Everest and go up there and get stuck somewhere, and then 20 people go out there to rescue you. 4 of them lose their life going out there to save your dumb ass climbing up Mount Everest. Then they come home. 4 people lost their life. Now you come home 2 years later. I'm going to climb it again. Leave his dumb ass up there this time. Leave his dumb ass up there. You went up there. You get to make choices. God told you pray for a job, but get the Sunday Sun classified there. Give God some help. Gina Lee, I'm telling you on air, get the hell away from that stadium. I apologize if it come out wrong. You've been my friend over 60 years. We was in the kindergarten together. Get the hell away from there. Dr. Ted, if they acting like that playing the Chiefs, wait till we play the Steelers, see?
Right.
Wait till we play Chicago. Wait till we play Oakland. Come on, man. It didn't change.
Yes.
It didn't change. I'll bring this home so my panel can answer and comment on this. Hey, y'all. Dr. Ted says people can change. Y'all out here, you got to change some things. I apologize to Gina when I say it. Gina, you're an educated person. You're retired from the state of Maryland. You've done all your part and all that. You ain't broke. Drive a nice fancy car, got good money, educated. I know you put away well. Get the hell away from that damn stadium. Gina was so beat up at dinner last night, Doc. She was all over the place. And when she started telling the story, we did something, and then we started talking and stuff like that. And Gina stopped for a minute and said, what'd she say, Cece?
She said, wait a minute, I ain't finished telling y'all my story.
She wanted to talk about this thing. Ted, it had her beat up, and I know Gina, I tell y'all all the time, Gina can fight. And not only can she fight, she will fight.
And she got them keys.
Got them damn keys to bust your head.
Yes,
You
sir.
feel me? She was discombobulated about that situation. Now, I love Gina, but if Gina go back down there and then she tell me next month, you should have seen me, I broke my leg because they stormed us over there in Pittsburgh. Gina, if you go back down there and get hurt, that's on you.
Yeah.
Leave that place alone. If the damn president decides to go back over to Afghanistan to go get them 100 damn people that left and some more people, I think, what they say, 13 people died over there with the suicide bomber the day before they left. 13 people's mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, nephew, family was traumatized over these chumps that wouldn't fight. So I'm giving you my opinion right now. I was listening at the president. Damn Afghanistan. I'm sick of that conversation with them chumps. They had 20 years. I ain't giving them 20 more minutes. Giving them no more damn time over there. We going back over there and get them out. They're going to blow somebody else up.
Yes, sir.
Blow somebody else up. Them chumps over there at 9/11, stop acting like that's the same. Them 9/11 chumps came over here on our time. Came over here on our soul. Y'all may not know it, but there's never been a war fought here in the United States. Except for we fought ourselves called the Civil War because we was damn fools. Yeah, but except for that, we don't fight wars there. Y'all do something, go over there, hit you in the mouth. They flew over here, bombed Pearl Harbor. We went over there, hit them in the mouth. Y'all came over here, flew into the towers. We went over there, hit you in your damn mouth. Germany decided they're going to do something. We went over there, hit them in the mouth. We don't fight here. You ain't coming out your door and seeing those soldiers run up and down North Avenue. The only body with guns on Park Ice is Park Iceans. East Baltimoreans, West Baltimoreans, Turner Stationians. We the damn fools with the guns, but ain't no damn other country coming over here. Park Iceans, that's what them damn fools is doing. But y'all, I'm gonna open the floor out there. I do want y'all to know, man, that's enough of that damn Afghanistan. That's enough of that. That man got some other stuff to deal with, man. I'm sick of that Afghanistan talk. All right, open the floor up, Jack. Hey. we're gonna let you go last, Jenny, because we gotta figure out you the last person to talk, because we want to know about what you decide on that damn stadium. Let's start with you, CC.
I mean, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that Afghanistan situation. We have so many things, so many issues. I mean, we on the brink of another civil war if they don't do something with this police stuff and all that. So, we do have major issues that we need to attend to right here at home. So if this was already planned, this wasn't a surprise, and everybody is constantly talking about, well, it was messy, it was well thought out. There was no way on God's green earth that would have been a peaceful transition. There was going to be chaos. There was going to be mess. It's just the nature of the situation. So that was inevitable, and I don't think that it's right to blame it on the president, because no matter who the president was, that would have went down the same way. So, I just think that sometimes, we're well-intentioned going into these other countries and trying to give aid and render assistance and all, but sometimes you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, and it's time for that situation to be over.
I agree with you, C. Good point. Doc, get in there.
Yeah, it's real ironic he's talking about that, right now. But I think one of the real problems is that you're right, it was going to be messy no matter what. But I feel that the only mistake I feel he made is I wish he hadn't really focused on an actual date, a specific date that we would be gone. I don't believe in now. Just me personally, I don't believe in telling your enemy what you really gonna do. I always keep them guessing. I don't even want people to know what state I'm in at times. I don't want them to know what city I'm in. I'll actually be in a city and then I'll post that I was in the city when I'm back home. And so because you know what? Because see, people, they start thinking crazy if they think that you gone. And so, and I say that to say that, if I think that he wanted to definitely be out of there by 9/11, I do feel that, and he was focusing on that. Now, he didn't know that really it was it was the bully behind the person that was really keeping them off of him, because it was only 75,000 of the Taliban. And it was over 300,000, of Afghanistan as far as the army. Now, to me, it did not make sense. We would have not even fathomed the thought that 75 was going to make the 300,000 put their guns down and run. And then when the president ran from over there, see, one thing that I know is that you can't. Now, maybe they can go to the wizard and they can give them a heart and some courage, but we can't give them courage and heart.
No.
I tell everybody that I go around from England to Haiti and all of these places I've gone, I tell them that I am not going to fight the war for you. You will not send me out on your streets for me to bring in my crew and we to fight your battle. Now, if you down for a fight, and you fighting against injustice, I'm going to fight with you all day. But you're not going to put me out there as the sacrificial lamb, to take all of your hits for your people and for your lifestyle. And so, I think it was unfortunate, but it was only thing that I feel he probably could have did a little bit different is I wouldn't have gave them a specific date of when I was leaving. I would have been pulling my people out secretly, until it was like 2 Americans left.
But Trump gave them the date.
I would have said for their army to wear some American uniforms, before we leave. So they still guessing how many people we got. I would have did this a little bit, because when you're dealing with people who don't fight fair, you gotta change your tactics. And they don't fight fair. They are about this. They don't come out like how they did in the Revolutionary War, and they had the red coats lining up, and then you could just shoot them down like bowling pins. They do what they call guerrilla warfare.
Exactly.
And so they believe in hiding and planting bombs on civilians and blowing up soft spots. And they don't come at you right. And that's, you got to change your tactics. You know, I always used to say, never treat a soldier like a whore and don't treat a whore like a soldier.
They ain't
Because
the same.
if you treat a whore like a soldier, he gonna call the police when you come at you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you treat a soldier like he a whore, he gonna push your wig back.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know, when you dealing with an enemy that don't fight the same type of war that you fight, you gotta change your tactics. And I just feel that they should not have been upfront, letting everybody know we gonna be transparent. No, I'm not being transparent with no enemy that don't play fair. I'm not gonna do it. You know,
Let me say,
but I agree though, they should have been making their move out of there, and it would have happened later anyway.
hey, good point, Doc. Two things. First of all, my opinion, them chumps didn't leave on time when they knew they supposed to leave. So if they didn't leave on time for the secret, you know they wouldn't have left. I mean, when they knew for the secret. CC, you made a good point. What did you say about the date?
I said that Trump had already set the date prior to him leaving office. So, you know how they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You know, the president called himself being an honorable man and honoring the date that was already set forth and that was a catch-22 for him. You know, he was going to be on the receiving end of some backlash either way, because if he didn't honor it, and people lost their lives, everybody would have said, well, if he would have got out on a date when Trump said that, agreed that we would get out, those people wouldn't have lost their lives. And then if he did honor it, it was going to be messy either way, because just like you said, these are not honorable men. You know, these are not people who fight fairly. So
I would like, good point, C and Doc. I would like to maybe put Gina get in. I'd like to make two comments and stuff. First of all, this reiterates my first topic. We're talking about Biden and his administration making decisions. Did you hear what my wife, our current event person, CC, the engineer, said? The date was already set from another administration 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I mean? When he got in there 4 years ago, he had already set the date. So all these changes don't come. They say Biden didn't do this. You can't make so many changes in 6 months. From some old stuff that's been out there for, as Dr. Ted always said, you know, this is our DNA. This is embedded in us. This sick thought is embedded in you. Well, this date was already embedded in us. And then the next thing I want to do, I want to comment out there, the podcast lane, about myself and my information and about what this program will give you. I sat back and I thought about it. Doctor was talking, Dr. Ted. Drum roll, please. Dr. Ted, one more. Dr. Ted, he was talking, he said some stats about 75,000 Palace fans and 300 something like that. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I smiled in my heart because I got that information. If I was at the bar and we was just sitting back talking and kicking and the doctor was talking, I would be able to jump in there and comment on that situation right there because I knew those stats. You want to know why? Because when Gina talked about that topic a while back in the podcast, she gave us them numbers. Y'all remember?
yeah,
She gave us the numbers, you know what I mean? If you don't always have to do all the reading, that you don't have to have the PhD like Doc. You don't have to have the degrees and always doing the historic stuff about Gina. You don't have to sit back and read catch-up Bibles like my wife, you know what I mean? Cece. You can just listen to some of these podcasts. You can get some of this information that somebody else did all this time reading. And when you're in a conversation, Doc, jump in where you fit in. You know what I mean? Jump where you fit. Yeah, I don't believe that 75,000 should have beat the 300,000. That doesn't make any sense. I didn't read that shit. Gina said it. I remember from the podcast, and we wasn't talking right then. If I was just sitting at the club or on the corner, I could have jumped in there and held a conversation with the person with the PhD, because what I learned from the information that was given to me on Simply Us's podcast. It ain't got to be our podcast. You know what I mean? It ain't got to be our topic. But the first thing we do, y'all, we keep talking. We didn't listen to nothing nobody said. Every now and then, y'all learn to listen. If you listen, you learn. What they always say, what somebody used to say, how's it go? Doc, but Gina, Doc's one-liners. That's why you got two ears
God
and one
gave
mouth.
you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Yeah, for a reason. Listen sometime, and you can get in on these topics. I ain't reading nothing. And Doc, I sure as hell ain't going to school for no 10, 11 years. You can forget that. You know what I mean? Cece get up every morning at 5 o'clock. The thing go off, and Gail said, so she can watch TV. I turn the TV on. I turn on a Western. You know what I mean? I watch the same thing all the time. John Wayne, bang, 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 bang. That's what I watch. I ain't trying to learn nothing. You know what I mean? Me and Cookie going back to sleep. Gina gonna do a history and stuff, y'all. Let all these people, these geeks, these nerds, these PhDs, these retards, let them do all the reading, y'all. Just listen for a minute. Podcast land, listen for a minute and learn something. Now I want y'all to listen to this. We all waiting there to find out what the hell Gina's gonna do, our friend, about this dangerous damn job. Gina Lee couldn't even enjoy herself at dinner. Doc talking about how scared she was. I never heard her talk about fear like that. We grew up at that park, Doc, fighting them White Lock boys. I don't care what you say about Turner Station. I don't care what you say about Cherry Hill, East Baltimore, West Baltimore, none of them parts of town. Gina, you know, boy, don't sleep on them White Lock boys, Ted. CC, don't sleep on them boys from White Lock, man. Them boys out that mob, we used to fight them boys. Man, them boys come back. They come back. When they say they going home, they coming back. You get your boxing gloves. Don't think that oh, they just bluffing. They ain't bluffing, right, Gene? They coming back.
Yeah.
And we're at the hill waiting. You back? Let's dance.
Mm-hmm.
So I know about that. So Gina will fight. She like Ted said she got them keys. But Ted, this situation that happened to her at the stadium the other day, she couldn't even enjoy her meal, which I must reiterate that they keep picking the highest damn places in the world. $180. I mean, I don't know where Gina and them get money from, or where Bunny and them get money from. They pick up these. I tell you though, the next time, 2 weeks from now, we go away every 2 weeks, Doc. We wish you would join us. Every 2 weeks is a different person's time to treat. Last time it was CC started. We went to because we wanted to try those Papa's crab cakes. So the next time it was Gina's turn. You know what I mean? I said, where we going? She said, I want to go to Papa's. I'm saying, we ain't got to go back to the expensive ass Papa's. She said, that's where I want to go. So Gina took us back to Papa's and she treats. And the food is one thing, but the drinks at them places another. Ain't no $3 drinks over there. So every time Gina and them take us out, Buddy them take us out, you look at $150, $160. We went to this place last night. They had a good time. Gina, I think that I didn't have any problem with the food. I think it was overpriced like I don't know what.
It
$20 French fries. $20, Ted, $20 French fries. Because that's all those fries was French fries, Gina.
Right.
$20.
Look. That was my first time there too.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. It's the new Cross Street Market. But I had a good time. But Gina wasn't really enjoying her food because she was with Cece. She was all over the place, wasn't she?
Yeah,
she was all look, and she killed that big drink. Did you see the drink she ordered? The man came and asked her, what he asked you? Ted, he asked her, what did he say? Is it 12 or 32? What she said?
32 ounce. I said I didn't even know they made alcoholic beverages at 32 ounces. Y'all got my girl stressed out over there. Cut it out.
And killed it. When we go out, she usually get a little girly drink. You know what I mean? To play with it, sip it. She killed this 32 ounce. It's like a beer, like a big beer. She drunk it. It was so unorthodox, Ted, that when you look at it, I'm saying, if you don't sit the cup down properly, it's top heavy, it's gonna fall over. But see, that was a big drink. I drink all the time. She drinks with the best of us. That's another topic. But I ain't never drunk a 32-ounce drink. I didn't even know that's legal. I think the bartender give it to you and then cut you off. Hey, here's your drink. You're done for the night. But Gina drunk it like it was nothing. She was someplace else because she was talking about the violence that she witnessed inside the stadium. Gina heads up a security team. They have security people, and she has her own little department that she's in charge of people. She got to see that everything is okay. So she wanted Ted do the best job she can. I'd have just left. That's why I like just being a worker. Go ahead, do your thing. Fight. I'm going to step back. So Gina trying to make some sense out of it. Tell her she got to the point where she said, I was afraid. She started talking about all the different scenarios. She said, I was going to leave and get on the elevator. But then what she say, see, but it's going to be 40 people all jumping on the elevator at the same time. So that may not be a good situation.
Right.
She's thinking of all these ways, Ted, like we are, to exit. I know I'm monopolizing this, but I'm going to leave this before we get to Gina. I had a beef one time, Ted, down at, you hear about what you say about Murphy Homes, down there in them godforsaken projects. So we down there beefing, so I go down there, they did something, so I bangs that gun. We all in that party. Y'all did what? Bang, bang, bangs that gun, Ted. This how it's supposed to work, y'all. You supposed to bang the gun and everybody's supposed to run. Ted, I bang the gun, and they scattered for a minute. And then I'm looking, bang the gun, and I realize there's two cats, Ted, that's ducking between the cars. Guess what they doing, Ted? They're coming to get me. They ducking between the cars, making their way back to me, shooting back. Podcast land, I've never experienced that. This is how it's supposed to be. I bang the gun at you when you run. It ain't supposed to be I bang the gun, you bang back, and then you come after me. So I saw them making their way to me, Ted. I banged the gun some more. And I realized they jockeying around cars to get to me. Guess what me and me's 32 did? Got our dumb ass out of there. We ranked. We ranked. You want to know why? Because we was afraid. We feared for our life. I've never seen anything like this. Ted probably witnessed this. That was my first time I ever seen this. I felt like a little boy playing the big boys ballpark. I wasn't built like them. I was talking tough and banging the gun, but I wasn't built like them. When they start coming back after me, I got out of there. You feel me? Now, Gina's a tough person, I know. Gina said she was literally afraid for her life at the stadium. So, Gina, can you help us before you? I want you to comment on that other my topic, but I want to hear something about that situation, please, because I saw it on TikTok today. But go ahead.
Well, good morning, everybody. But first of all, you have to understand there were 70,000+ people in that stadium, and we are talking about 40. Maybe security personnel working for safe management. And then you have the police who are basically checking out the perimeter of the building. There are a few inside, but, nothing that's real, presence. Because we even said last night, they're shorthanded. So here I am on the very top level of the stadium. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have ever been to the stadium, but the stadium
we all have.
At the very top, you can see Baltimore. Panoramic view. And there's a railing. And the railing is, and I'm 5'4", so the railing comes about maybe mid-chest to me. So the situation was a young lady happened to be sitting in front of Mahone, who is the quarterback's brother. His name is Jackson.
Quarterback of the Chiefs.
He's quarterback for the Chiefs. Okay. And she apparently, at the end of the game, I don't know if any of you watched it. It was a good game. It was a nail biter. At the end of the game, a lot of people had started leaving around third quarter because they thought the Ravens had lost. But then all of a sudden they came back with this touchdown and, kind of put us back in contention. And so people were getting riled up. They were sending off fireworks and everything to get the crowd hyped. Well, this young lady decided she's going to start berating Mahone's brother. And he's taking it. But after a while, apparently it got to him, and he took a bottle of water, opened it up, and poured it on her. Well, that was the wrong thing to do, of course. Here in Baltimore, okay, that section, it was like somebody struck a match. The whole section started to, it was like it was vibrating. And they were trying to get the girl out. And they were trying to like keep on berating him. So all of a sudden, I had all these people coming out the tunnel. I was standing on the steps. But when I saw them starting to move my way, I said, I better get out of this tunnel. I got out of the tunnel and got on the platform thinking I'd be safe there. But when those people started coming out of that tunnel, the actual excitement made other people in the stands get nervous. So they wanted to leave as well. So now you got thousands, I'm not talking like a few hundred, thousands of people trying to leave all at the same time. And I'm on the platform and they're moving me back to the railing. All they had to do was push me out of the way and I'd have been over the railing. I'd have been dead. No question. So I said, okay, I'm going to move with the crowd. I started moving because I knew where the elevator was. But then I said, nope, that's not a good decision because if I get on the elevator, 40 people going to follow me onto the elevator and we all going to die. So I said, okay, I'm going to stay right here beside the elevator where it was a little bit of a space that I could just squeeze myself in and let the crowd pass me to get to the ramp. And as the crowd passed me and went down the ramp, as it started to just thin out just a little, I said, I'm going with them. I'm not staying up here. So I went up to the first floor. I said, no, it was too dangerous. It was too dangerous. And then, you know, with all the hype they give the game and everything, you know, afterwards, people didn't want to go home. They stayed there, you know, and we couldn't leave because it was 40,000 people outside, all of them cheering for the Ravens, all of them. And I felt sorry for anybody who was a Chiefs fan trying to leave. They had to stay. They had to. They didn't have any choice but to wait for the crowd to disperse. 70,000 people out, and then on top of that, they made us wait to even after we did finally get out. They made us wait another hour and a half to get to our cars. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, not for the money you're paying me. No, I'm not doing this. I really seriously enjoyed the job. I did it years ago. I enjoyed it. That's why I went back to it. I'm retired now. I figured I'd do this. The job itself is not hard at all. But the level of security that they provide for us is subpar. And I've ridden on, like I think I've mentioned, I rode on an ambulance for 4.5 years. I ain't never been this scared before. And I've been to fires. I've seen accidents. I've had people call me the N-word to my face, and I'm trying to save their lives. Okay? So I ain't never been unnerved like this. So no, I'm not going back. I'll be watching on the couch.
Wait a minute, like, say it again.
I said, I'm not going back. I'm gonna watch.
Hands up. Everybody in podcast land, hands up for that decision. that my friend of over 60 years just made because I was
But
afraid
I
for
just
her.
want to say, I think I mentioned to you last night also that during our last podcast, at the very, very end, my phone rang and I saw it said Baltimore County Police Department. I had to leave the podcast about a minute early while you were saying the final thoughts. I took that call because I know that was another position that was much more safe, crossing guard for Baltimore County. I was like, fine, that's God. That's God.
Yes, it is.
That's the only
knew.
way you can
was
say
like,
that.
no, we need to, I'm going to put her,
Yes, it is.
and
Because
that's
all
why
money ain't good money.
I never question God because I know He's gonna put me where He wants me. So I made a choice to go down there. That was my choice. No, He didn't send me down there. I went at excitement because I saw it on TV. I was like, ooh, I can watch the game and this. No. So if you know anybody that wants a position, it's open.
It's one available.
I also want to comment on your Taliban situation.
Okay.
The thing that I guess it just fascinates me is the fact that they can terrorize their own people, but yet they can't defend themselves.
Wow.
The women and people that live there are terrified of terrified of their own army, but yet they cannot defend their territory against ISIS. It's disgusting when you think of all the money that the United States has invested in weapons and just taking care of them, getting them back on their feet. And the lives that have been lost, thousands of lives have been lost in this 20-year period.
Exactly.
Defending them. And then, like you say, in 3 days, they're supposed to be back in power, but they ain't even back in power. They're not even back in power. What they're back doing is terrorizing their own people.
Yes.
And
it's so sad.
Also, the government had told the Americans that were over there 19 weeks before the exit. 19 weeks. That's 5 months. They had given them to prepare themselves to leave or to leave beforehand. 19 weeks. And they didn't go. Like you said, if you chose to stay, see ya.
It's on you.
You got people hanging on the plane, falling off, trying to get out of there. But you decide you want to stay, see ya. Bye.
We'll first of all, thank you everybody for everybody chiming in on my topic. We'll take our last comment from Dr. Ted before we move on. Doctor, take us home with that topic.
I was just going to say, when she was talking about them terrorizing their own people, and that's really so unfortunate because they don't want the women to drive. They don't want them to go to school. They have to stay, fully wrapped and different things of that nature. But my thing is that why would they spend so much time trying to instill fear? See, that's not respect. That's fear. And fear is very significant to people, and that's why we have to fight against it, because the real damage is not the bomb bust that may kill 20 people. The damage is 1 million people that won't get on the bus the next day. A million people that.
Whoa. There you go, Doc. Jenny, you got your pen? Because I know you're a little discombobulated.
I'm ready.
Get it to us again, Doc. Get it to us again.
No, I was just saying the real fear is not that it's the 20 people that may be killed on that bus by that bomb, but it's because they want to make sure that 20 million don't get on the bus the next day. They want to instill that level of fear, and that's it, because you're not able to live today because you are fearful of what might happen tomorrow. So you can't even live the moment right now. And that's really where that's where kind of like that power comes from. So if we could actually stand against that and let them know that, you know what, we gonna stand against injustice, we not having it, and we gonna keep it moving, you know what I'm saying, no matter what you do. Because we know that we right. And we gonna stand on right. And I think that, you know, that's the message that has to be put out there. So the people that are going through this now, it wasn't for us to defend them for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
It was for us to empower the people to say, is your life worth standing for yourself?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
And the other thing is, they said that the majority of the population in Afghanistan at the time that the war started 20 years ago, a lot of them, they were children.
Weren't even, some of them, most of them weren't even born.
Weren't even born. They were children. So they have grown up in a society where they had certain freedoms because the Americans were there to protect them. They didn't have to cover their faces. They could go to school. They could, you know, they had these freedoms. So now here you come. Well, here we leave, and now here your army is going to try to put these people back into a society that a lot of them have never experienced.
Yeah.
They haven't walked around with burqas on all day.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so true. That is so true, because the life expectancy, just from the very nature of the things that happen in the country, is very short. You know, so some of those people, you know, the lifestyle that was provided by the protection of the United States Army or whatever is the only lifestyle that they've ever known. So if somebody comes along and tries to threaten that, if you not willing to stand up to fight for the only thing that you've ever known, then who are we?
Yeah, exactly. These are young minds.
That was a deep topic there. Thank you everybody for commenting on them. I think it went well. I just wanted to say to Doc, we laugh back. We know people don't even know where Old York and McKay beef started at. Y'all running around here and there still shooting each other. You don't even know where it started. Things started way down to Odell or some shit 20 years ago. You know, inside of Odell 20 years ago. Y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know when Guy Cotman and them started the beef with North Ave, when at down there at the joint, when what was it called, Doc? It was Geno's then on North and Charles Street when they killed the boy Jeff over there. Jeff was right over there from Wheel Avenue. You know, he always pulled that gun out, and now neighbor even pulling that gun out ever since he was a kid. And he got over there and pulled that gun out on them East Baltimore boys and didn't shoot. You know what I mean? Like, they went and got their own gun and they shot. And then they told us don't come back over here. Guess what we did? We ain't go back over there. But guess what, y'all? East Baltimore, y'all ain't come over here neither. But people don't know back in the day. Yeah, we all used to meet right there. We go to Gatsby's. My brothers did. I was young. Go to Gatsby's, go to Odell's, go to Famous Ballroom, Carousel and stuff like that. And everybody hung right there on Geno's parking lot in their cars. And we sat and ate, drank. Everybody was territorial. The East Baltimore there, Cherry Hill, everybody sat over there. One day that boy guy pulled that gun out on them boys down there. You know what I mean? Thought it was a joke. He been pulling the gun out in the neighborhood on us forever. You know what I mean? He got away with it. Got over there, you know. Doc, Gina, CC. My mother, rest in peace to the late, great Arnie Barney, my brother. He told me, my mother told him this. He used to always say this, and y'all remember this out there in podcast land. Drum roll, please. One more. Drum roll, please. Every time God makes a gorilla, he makes a gorilla killer. Don't ever forget that. Every time God makes a gorilla, he makes a gorilla killer. So you stop thinking you're the only tough person out there. They made you a gun, and all of a sudden they stopped making guns. What Gina was there talking about, Doc and them was talking about, hey, they's killing girls too. Over there at the stadium, that all that big beef, that all that confusion came from. Listen to what Gina said, whether she was right or wrong. The girl starts selling Mahomes' brother a bunch of tickets. And he took it long as he could. Then he decided to do something. He was wrong for pouring water on him. He was started the beef, and the first thing they did was got her out of there. Now Gina's in danger. Now everybody in the stadium can be fighting. Now the people over there that's got Chiefs uniforms on can't go home, but your ass somewhere safe. One thing about Party, once somebody in my crew got hurt, I'd have found your dumb ass the same ass whipping I'd have gave them. I'd have gave it to you too. Gave it to you too. Stop thinking you exempt. They finding y'all dead in the alley too, young ladies. They finding y'all dead in the alley too. You started this beef. I'm going to get Ted. I'm going to get Mad Max. I'm going to get Party. You always going to get somebody, and then you're going to relax and sit around. Guess what? Going to get somebody too. Cece know the cousins. My granddaughter and my niece. What we call them, Cece? The cousins. Go over there and find out the hard way about Raquel and them, Tawny and them. My nieces and stuff like that, they like fighting. They like fighting. Them girls will bite you too. You think you did something and it's all over with? They come right in the cookout and whip that ass too. Yo, we got to be more vigilant about this. You done went and started some confusion, and Gina could have lost her life because you up there mad about a football game. And you started when we was losing. Then we turned around and won. Wouldn't that have been the dumbest stuff in the world?
In the world.
When all the confusion started, Gina said it's because we thought the Ravens were losing. They turned back and won. Now somebody's dead because of your comments when we was losing and we won. Won't nobody say anything about that on the news. They all talk about when Lamar made the touchdown and we won. They won't talk about Gina Lee got knocked over the darn railing and she's dead. 64 years old after doing everything she could to be a prominent member of society. She's dead because she wanted to make a couple extra dollars so when we go out. And she ain't working for the rent. She ain't working. She own the house. She ain't working for the car. She's working so she can screw up some money. Man, she's somewhere. Right around. They don't talk about that. Y'all know they don't. They don't. All right, y'all, moving right along. Y'all know I monopolize the thing, but that was a good time. I did good. Hey, Ted, I did one of you. I was smooth with that. I ain't had no topic. I saw the topic. I went act like I had that topic prepared. I was smooth with that, Ted. But me and Doc, we ain't never got no topic. We get in where we fit in. But on the other hand, y'all moving right along. Here comes Gina Lee. And guess what, Ted and Cece? Cece, she got a topic, don't she? She done did some leg work, some homework, got a format. I bet it light up and everything.
Some of us prepare, and some of us just go with the flow, Gina. So I won't say you.
Hey, that's because of the streets. Hey, Gina, hold your topic for 1 second. Ted, I want to ask you something right there while I have you there, because we was talking about this. Ted, you're a world traveler. I know White Lockers being tough. I'll always remember them boys over there down there in Murphy Homes when I was banging that gun at them and they bang back. I've never seen nobody bang back and come after me. I mean, what happened to run? They must don't know the rules of banging a gun. In the cowboy days, you bang at them and then you supposed to run, get behind a rock and shoot back. But they came at you. Doc, being a world traveler, before we go, you got 1 minute. What's some of the toughest areas or the toughest things and the toughest group of people you've ever witnessed?
I would say number one, I would have to say when I was in a township in Haiti where there was no running water, no electricity, and it had it was like sewage going down the middle of the street, and I saw 12-year-olds with AK-47s, and the police was afraid to go in the area. That would definitely be one, and then another one would be Johannesburg in Clifftown, and that's where Mandela used to live at. And as they were giving me the tour of the area, and I had to have some gang members that had respect to actually give me the tour, they showed me, they took me to the area. They said, now this is where women get raped at right here when they come through this area. And, you know, so those places would, I would say, would have to be, because it wasn't, by them being like almost like third world countries, so certain things that just would be rules, like we know here that if we start doing gunplay, that at some point we know that it's going to be sirens. We only got a short amount of time. But when you got people that come at you and they at your house and they ain't worrying about the police coming, you have to just fend them off, or you better have enough firepower in there to fight off whoever coming. That's a whole different situation. You know what I'm saying? Because that means you literally have to be an army of one. And you have to train your 12-year-old in the house and your 9-year-old to be able to get that machete, and the wife is going to grab, you know, saying, you know, something. And I mean, I've just never seen that really too many other places. Because even when I've gone to Compton and Chicago, you know what I'm saying, and they're known for their gang wars and different things. This was something different in these places I'm telling you about, because now you ain't dealing with no rules. And I think that's what makes it, to me, a lot more dangerous. You know,
Lawlessness. They called it back in the Westerns, lawlessness.
Oh yeah.
When you had no law. All right, Gina. Thanks, Doc. Hey, Gina, what's your topic today? Let's talk.
Well, good morning. I'm back. My topic today is something that I think Party Marty and CC and Doc all know about, but I know it's especially heartwarming for Party Marty, because this is a topic that I feel, and I've heard him mention, that was very near and dear to his mom. So my topic is about the American Legion Federal Post number 19.
Mama! My mother's a big member of that. But you go down post 19 before Gina goes, when you get ready to go upstairs to the steps, right there on the steps, it's got a wheelchair lift that goes up there. Read the plaque. The plaque says, for Miss Catherine Chase, they put that in there for her, because she likes to go upstairs. I'm going to leave you with this before we go, Gina. Thank you very much, Mama. I love you so much. Hey, listen, my mother, if you don't know, my mother went into war as what was called waxing waves. My mother was in the first set of ladies to ever go to war. They were called waxing waves. If you don't know, my mother was the last, when she died, was the last oldest surviving member of the first set of women to go to war, called waxing waves. When you used to go out Towson and see the American Legions and Post 19 and all the people riding around and the parades and stuff, the little old lady that was in the convertible Cadillac, that was the late, great Catherine Chase. She's my mother. When you start talking about Post 19, let's honor and remember exactly these people who gave their lives for us. The people who went war for us. The people over there who spent time for us. How we're able to eat bonbons and do podcasts and stuff. The people over there fighting them God-forsaken wars. Put some respect on it when you go down there. Hey, Gina, thank you for that moment. Mama! Go ahead, Gina.
Well, the American Legion Post number 19 is located at 1502 Madison Avenue. Now, it's been welcoming veterans from all branches of our armed forces, as well as serving the community since 1930. One of the oldest Black American Legion posts in the state. The Legion was founded at the conclusion of World War I, 1920, as a result of a charter of Congress that was but it wasn't just that, it was because of the pressure of the citizens. Now, in 1919, there was a meeting in Paris, and 1,000 strong, called the U.S. Expeditionary Force, who fought in World War I, decided that there needed to be an organization that provided services to veterans that were returning from the war. Well, 17 members headed the committee to get that going. One was Henry Lindsley, a former Dallas mayor, Robert Bacon, a former Secretary of State, Luke Lee, a senator from Tennessee, William Donovan, head of the OSS, which became the CIA, and Theodore Roosevelt Jr., the son of the former president. Now, there was a Baltimore resident on that panel, Redmond Stewart, and one African-American member. His name was Earl Dickerson. And he went on to become a prominent civil rights attorney. In 1944, the committee prompted Congress to enact the Servicemen's Readjustment Act, or what we know today as the GI Bill. American Legion National Headquarters is located in Indianapolis, but it set up local posts like Post 19 to allow the members to get involved with the communities that were around them. In 1930, Post 19 was formed. Oldest Black American Legion, like I said, post in the state of Maryland, was formed at a time when many Black service members were coming home from World War I, but having to fight for their own civil rights in their own home cities. So as W.E.B. Du Bois wrote, we return from fighting. We return fighting. All the American Legion posts were segregated in their beginning. But Post 19 wasn't the first Black Legion post in Baltimore City. Actually, Post 14 was the first. But founding members Bernard Hyder and Emery Cole, who were at Post 14, decided that they needed their own post. So they made sure that Post 19 was going to be very active. Now, Post 14 consisted of mainly civil servants who most of them worked at the post office at the time. So this is why these two gentlemen said, nope, we need our own post because we want to incorporate everybody. So in 1932, Post 19, they helped veterans find jobs. In 1935, they formed the Women's Auxiliary so that women could get involved. In 1937, Sons of Legion Squadron number 19, so that some of their family members could get involved. Well, in 1951, they even won an award for all the help they provided to Providence Hospital. And if you recall, when we went on the Harriet Tubman tour, we made mention of the fact that a gentleman died and his sister, Miss Richardson, fought civil rights because of the fact that her brother died on his way to Providence Hospital from Cambridge, Maryland, because that was the only hospital that would treat Black people back then. So at state and national levels, the Legion was breaking through many color barriers at a time when the American Legion was run by predominantly white veterans. So the accomplishments of Post 19 were especially noteworthy. 1935, Clarence Tidings was elected as representative from Maryland to the National Conference. In 1940, Percy Smith was elected state vice commander at large. And 1944, John Stewart was elected to the state executive committee. All of them members of Post 19. And this was at a time when almost all the positions of the Legion were of government were held by white, veterans. So one of the proud accomplishments of the Legion is the Blue Helmet Drum and Bugle Corps, the first Black drum and bugle corps in the state of Maryland. They performed at conferences, parades, and competitions nationally. Many they won. So they became the ambassadors for the city of Baltimore. In 1974, though, the Drum and Bugle Corps disbanded after the building at 1502 Madison Avenue caught on fire, and the organization went through a bit of a financial crisis. So for the first 10 years, Post 19 did not have its own home. It met at the YMCA on Druid Hill Avenue. Then it met at the local hotel around the corner called the York Hotel, which is also listed in the Green Book. And that was located at 1200 Madison Avenue. And for a while, they met at the Ubangi Club, which is a jazz club on Pennsylvania Avenue. And they met on the upper level, but it might have been a little louder than the other places where they met. But the benefits were after the meetings, they could go downstairs and have some beer and some food. Well, in 1945, they bought 1502 Madison Avenue, and they had been renting it previously. So today, it's going strong as ever. Its members are now veterans from the First and Second Iraq Wars, as well as Afghanistan, and is still very much involved in the community. They host back to school parties for the kids. They host, to our heart, they host the James Mosier Little League baseball team, the oldest Black Little League in the country. They also provide Thanksgiving dinners to those in need, and they are very much carrying on the motto, which is striving for a greater purpose. So
hands up! Hands up!
I just want to say that when I was researching this, I thought about you. I thought about your mom. I said the sacrifices that these people have made. When we think about when they pulled those soldiers out of Afghanistan, think about these people who fought previously. It's the same. It's the same. We want them home. We want them safe, not fighting wars that we don't even belong in.
Gina
What's
Lee,
the motto?
so very
Striving
much.
for a greater purpose. We should all do that.
Yo, I ain't saying this because I'm the Gina will tell you about the 10 different positions I got. I started at 5, went to 6. I got about 10 positions in this thing here that I had my hand in. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm a beast with picking a team. I'm a beast with picking who's on this podcast. I'm a beast, man. I got the best of the best all over this thing. And if y'all ask me about this old piece here, what is this old piece? May I ask? Let me ask you. Let me tell y'all what this says. This means that my mother was past tri-state granddaughter ruler of post 19, the 30th. This means that my mother, the late great Catherine Tate, was also the president of the Waxter Center. My mother was a prominent person. She was also the president of the Elks Club. My father was a Mason. Water comes in my heart, and yes, it's going to come out of my eyes for the sacrifices that these people have made. These people up in the day that come from South Baltimore, North Carolina, and all that kind of stuff, they come here and they did some good, man. These are prominent Black people that did some good. And it's ironic when you start talking about this knowledge that she put out there. Marlon Johnson and Mike Smith, he was still the president, or the last president of post 19, and guess what they are? Retired postmen. Retired postmen. James Moses, the oldest surviving Black Little League organization, is part of post 19. When you come over there to the back to school giveaway, you want to see a moon bounce at the top of the street. For post 19, you're going to see a moon bounce at the bottom of the street. For the Elks Home, it's donated every year to those organizations in honor of my mother, the late great Catherine Tate, from her son Maurice Tate. The back to school book giveaways we donate to, we donate to moon bounces at both of those organizations, my wife and myself. It's going to be a moon bounce at the top of the street and a moon bounce at the bottom of the street The post 19 is at the top. The Elks home is at the bottom. We donate those moon bounces from Party Marty's Moon Bounce in honor of my mother, the late great Catherine Chase. When you get to post 19, if you get ready to go upstairs to have a drink, take a minute. Look at the railing. Look at that chair that sits there. Read it. It's going to say in honor of Catherine Chase. They put that in there for my mother because my mother used to always want to go upstairs. She don't want to be around the crowd all the time. I want to go upstairs and then somebody take upstairs. She came in there one day. They told us come down there. We came down there and she said, "Let me show you this, Miss Cat." Okay, but I'm going upstairs. She said, "Come on, let's go up." She took the chair. When she went to go up, they said, "Stand back for a minute." And they everybody moved out the way, and then they pulled the chair down and put that thing there. She said, "What's this thing for?" And they sat on the chair and went up the steps and showed her this and all that kind of stuff. She went up there once or twice on that chair. She said, "I don't need that thing. I don't need that thing." That's what she wants. She want to go up the steps on her own. That's what these people that's over there fighting these godforsaken wars. That's the kind of people we have. Okay, I thank y'all for it, baby. I said, "Mom, get on chair." She said, "I don't need that thing. I'm going up these steps on my own." They proud, man. Proud. We're going back over there and killing more people. Send my mother and them back over there to die so I'd never get to have brothers and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even been born. Because in them days, you ain't just get pregnant to have no baby. If none of us was born until my mother came home out of the service, out of the war. They planned to have a child. Nobody just go off and have some sex and get pregnant. It wasn't like that. My mother and father went to war. Gina, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for a feel-good story. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for a feel-good story. And this right here, y'all, ain't got a damn thing to do with my allergies. This ain't got nothing to do with the window's closed. Water comes in my heart's coming out of my eyes about this situation because I am Party Marty. I'm Catherine's bouncing baby boy. And mama, I am no longer a dope fiend. I am no longer a jailbird. I don't have any more court dates. I ain't on dope, coke, crack, ready. I ain't in jail. I ain't none of that. I am now a part of the podcast. I'm retired from the state of Maryland. I have an awesome wife and a gang of toys, mama. And let me tell you something else, too. Remember I used to worry you trying to figure out how I could get $6? Drum roll, please. Guess what, mama? I ain't broke. Quiet as it's kept, don't let my wife know, but I'm loaded. I've invested well. I ain't broke worth a damn. I got money. I got $6, 60,000 times over now. Don't give up on us before the miracle happens, y'all. I ain't gonna wipe none of these tears, goddammit. I earned these tears. I earned these. I ain't wiping a goddamn thing. I earned these tears. Gina, thank you for that moment. Shucks, thank you for that moment. I feel real good now. Hey, CC, first of all, CC, thank you for being my wife and thank you for loving me. Real talk.
Amen.
Who's that right there? Man, thank you.
Amen.
Thank you. Hands up.
Amen.
Hands up. Y'all out here. Y'all out here in this world, man, killing each other, destroying your heritage, your legacy, your past. Y'all running around shooting children. Little boy, 4, 6 years old, sitting there probably playing PlayStation or something. Your dumb ass been out of jail an hour. Come shooting around, killing people. What the hell is the matter with y'all, man? People out there fighting more. Let's go back over there and we're going to save the Palestinians, the Iraqians. Damn them. My mother and father went over there and fought. My brothers went over there and fought. I ain't go fight because nobody else could go. They took my 3 people that we've been saving for 20 years. Shame on your dumb ass. Y'all sitting over there talking about you ain't going to go off and get the shot because of the Tuskegee Institute act where they did something, or I'm not going to get the corona shot because that's how they tracking me. All a bunch of dumbass damn comments y'all over here. Shame on your dumb ass. Shame on you. You ain't doing nothing out here. Get out the damn way. I got something for you. Drum roll, please. Before you go off and don't take the shot, kill your damn self. You want to move over there? You want to help us?
And let them fight the war.
Yeah, take your dumb ass over to Afghanistan. They said you don't need no shot. Oh, you know what? That ain't even true. I think they say you gotta have a shot to be in the military now, don't they, y'all?
That's all right. We can change the rules.
We'll sneak in.
Yeah.
Let them take that gun. Let them take that gun, and we'll
since
even
they
give them
already have a death wish.
give them one box of bullets.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's no. Hey, you know what? We could get them that $10 card from the doctor. The pharmacist is selling cards. Say that you got the vaccine.
There you go.
Let me know who you are, you dumbass. I give you the vaccine card.
Shit.
Dumbass selves.
Get on one of
doing everything.
Get on one of Biden's free planes. Go on over there.
Yeah. Y'all doing everything you can to ruin this world. And we governors over there, the people with post-19 try to make ways for us. Everybody trying to get a chance so we can have a future. Y'all over there starting fights and violence at the damn football game. Where everybody gonna get hurt. First thing Gina said, oh, they grabbed the lady up and got her out of there. Should have left her ass in the middle of it too. You started it, you should have been in there too. Gina didn't nobody scoop Gina up and save her. Why the hell you saved? Nobody ain't scoop nobody else up and get saved. Why you saved? Crazy. Gina, thank you for the feel-good story, y'all out there in podcast land. Please let us in your living room. And thank you for letting us into your heart, in your world. Please just listen to a few of the topics that we have going on and see what we can do to help you. See what we can do to hurt you. You know what I mean? If I hurt your feelings, nigga, damn it, I apologize. If I hurt your feelings, good. If I hurt your feelings telling you, Doc said it real simple. Let's even use his strategy. Either everybody get vaccinated or nobody get vaccinated. Everybody out there that ain't getting the vaccination, let's use your strategy. Either everybody get the shot or nobody get the shot. And see how the hell that works. The statistic that I read is by the year 2037. It's 2000 and almost 22. 15 years from now, if nobody gets vaccinated, 67% of the world's population in 15 years will be dead. 67% of the world's population in 15 years will be dead if we're not vaccinated. You damn fools, you. Nobody care about your feelings. I don't know how party talking about. Damn your feelings. Over there, you committing murder. You committing murder, running around, won't get yourself together. Don't want to go to war, but want to talk about everybody that's going to war. People come home, been soldiers for 20 years. All this time now, you go off and rob them, snatch their chain, and shoot them and kill them for $130. You robbed a soldier, got $130 and killed them. Damn asses. Shout out to the great post-19. Shout out to the Masons. Shout out to the Waxer Center. Shout out to the Eastern Star. Shout out to the Elks Home. Shout out to all them organizations that went before us and put some time in. Shout out to y'all. Great job. Hands up one last time. Hands up one last time to everybody that's out there trying to make a difference. We salute you. We salute you. And I wear this right here. This hangs on the wall in my office. My wife found this and hung this up and she put it up. And I remember seeing it. And there it is. One of my proudest damn things that I have. My mother, the late great Catherine Tates, an alpha woman, a leader. I'm Party Marty. I'm Catherine's bouncing baby boy. That's my time. CC, what's your topic today? Thanks for waiting for all this kind of confusion through this, but you know who you married. You know what you got. You know what I mean? I bet you Cookie up there looking like, what the hell is he making all that noise?
You know she is.
All right, Cece, what's our topic? What's your topic today?
So I had two things that I was going to talk about, but I'm going to go with this one because it's really sticking to kind of where we are right now in our conversation. And I just wanted to share, and this isn't even really a topic per se, but it's just some information that I'd like to share. There is a internet-based application called My IR Mobile. There is the web address, And this is where you can go to have a digital record of your vaccinations. It gives you information about which vaccinations that you had, which ones are overdue, when are the recommended dates, and it also has your COVID-19 vaccination information on this website. Because of the fact that it's really, I mean, this has now become a precious document like your passport or something that you don't want to carry it around because you can't laminate it, and it could possibly get damaged because it isn't a size to fit perfectly into a wallet. So excuse me, going to this www.myrmobile.com, you can get a copy of all. And when I became aware of this information, I said, let me test it and see if it works. So you go there, you register, you set up an account. You just put your phone number, your date of birth, some really basic information in. And these are records that are maintained by the state health department. So when you pull it up, I pulled it up and it showed me something that, as adults, we really don't think about booster shots. You get shots when you're a kid and then that's it, but it showed me something, and I tried to print it out, but my printer was out of paper, another story. But it showed me a vaccination, a booster that I should have had in 1994.
Wow.
It had my COVID. It had the dates when I got my COVID shots. It showed the date, the type of vaccine, the lot number. It showed which vaccines were up to date, which ones were recommended. So I thought that this was really interesting because now that things are starting to open up and people are starting to travel, it's important that everybody has access to a copy of what they call a COVID footprint or their COVID whatever, but proof of vaccination, just to be clear. And I thought that this was a good way because you can also save the information as a PDF and have it readily available on your cell phone. Everybody's always going to have their cell phone with them, but you don't want to take the chance of that card. And even if you lost your card, you can also go to this site to still have proof that you have been vaccinated. Some people carrying these things around, and like I said, it's just a little card. It's a good chance that carrying it around, you can lose it. But this is a way that you can go and still have that proof that you have been fully vaccinated. So since we always telling people about getting the shot, this is something that we harp on this podcast because it's important to us. I just wanted to share this information with everybody so that, you could have an electronic copy of it. And they have a frequently asked questions section where you can find out what qualifies as proof, what kind of, whether it's a photo or PDF, what kind of proof you can show for people that want you to show proof of vaccinations. So it's very interesting. And it was also just really interesting, like I said, to know that there's something a booster shot that I should have had in 1994, so I will take that information and go to my physician because it's important to me. I don't know about anybody else, but it's very important to me to try to stay up to date and try to keep myself as healthy as I possibly can. So whatever that is, I'm going to inquire, with my doctor about, does he recommend that I have it? Because it's important to say, especially with all of these, with COVID and all of these things. It even showed when I had my last flu shot. It told me that I was, that now I'm due. I'm not past due, but now is the time for me to have my flu shot. So I thought that was a really interesting resource, and it's available. Maryland is one state that it's available in, but I think it's when you log on, it asks you what state you're in, and I think it's about 12 different states that are using this system. So I thought that this was a very good resource, and I just wanted to share that with you guys.
See, that's heavy there. Man,
Yeah.
Y'all rolling today, man. Y'all rolling every day, but y'all rolling today. That's some information. But I do want to say this, CC. I mean, this probably should be said off air, but you know, I just want to know. You didn't tell me when we met that you hadn't had your shots. I mean, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not being smart.
If mine was due, look, yours is so overdue. I tried to pull yours up. I had to wait because they have to verify your identity. It has to be the telephone number that the health department has on record. You ain't had your shots in so long. Your phone number, they don't even have that on record. I had to wait.
And you want to know the sad part out there in podcast land? All y'all change your number all the time. I got a business. I done had the same number forever. Mm-hmm. The same number forever. 12 years I done had the same cell phone number. My grandkids change their number every other month. Cece got another number. Cece got a couple phones, but there's a different number on them. If they got our information, they ain't got mine. I'd have had the same. Cece, we're not gonna talk about this because we on air. But when we got together, you never told me that you didn't have your shots, and I'm saying that's entrapment. You got me under false pretense. You didn't tell me. You had your shots. I might be gonna die. This might be it for me. You know what I mean? Since 1991,
I might give you mumps, measles, or rubella. You're a dead man.
Hey, you know, Gina been telling y'all for the longest time back in the day. You hear what CC said? Gina been telling y'all that. Oh, you got to school and they told you it's your day to get the measles shot. You went in the nurse's office. I know you went into the library. There was a line of y'all. They sit you down. They told you don't look. Your mother held your hand, told you look away, and they put that little thing over there, hit you, put a smiley face Band-Aid, take your dumb ass to class. That was it. Your mother didn't say what was in it. Then nobody say, what's all? I want to know where the candy is. Remember? You got a piece of candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that stick on your arm, you got a piece of candy. Where my damn candy at? That's all you better say. Your mother ain't asked you nothing. Your mother already knew you had to get the shot. You think your mother told you on the way to school you was going to get the shot? No. Took you to school, set you in that chair, you got that shot, and your dumb ass went to class. Now you figuring out what's in it. My wife gave me pills. I take some chewable vitamin. What do I take, baby? What's that stuff I take?
Calcium and a multivitamin.
I take calcium and a multivitamin now. My wife puts it in the cup, Gina. You know what I mean? She sits it on the table next to my little, get ready to play my pinochle game, and I take it. I don't have a clue what I'm taking. My wife gives it to me. I trust my wife. I take it, and that's it. I feel better. I'm still alive, so whatever she's giving me, I'm fine. You know, I didn't ask no questions. The doctor go up there right now. CC's son had a toothache or something like that. Toothache, something like that. So anyhow, he came from all the way in town, all the way out here. And he said, simple as this. Mama, you had those pills? She talked on the phone. She said, I don't know. We're going to check and see. Then she calls it. All right, Mike, I got him. He came out there. Came out to the house, Gina. And what did you see? Got the pill from you. Put it in right then. He ain't read no label. Wasn't in no bottle, no nothing. Here, baby. You know, even though they grown. My wife, I don't know who. Somebody need to tell my wife, stop putting stuff in her mouth. My wife will come over there. You know, she give me the pill like she my mom. Put it in your mouth. Put the pill right in the mouth. She give it to me. I drop it out of my hand. She don't give it to me in my hand no more. Because my hands is from getting hurt at work and all that kind of stuff. My nerves bad. She can put stuff in my hand and sometimes I'll drop it. My wife learned she don't put it in my hand no more. Here. Like I'm a seal at the circus or something here. You know what I mean? And guess what I do? Hit it with some water, don't I see? And keep it going. Now y'all running around. I want to know what's in the shot. You want to know what's in the shot. Y'all getting on my nerves with that.
And also along those same lines, just FYI, Pfizer has determined that their vaccine is safe for children ages 5 to 11. And they have submitted that to the FDA for approval. And they are expecting within a 6-week span for that to be approved. So there will be shots for children ages 5 to 11.
Isn't that so sad? That's groundbreaking news right there. Everybody should be happy about. Your dumb ass 50 and you ain't get the shot. I know damn well you ain't going to get it for your child.
Right.
If your dumb ass ain't get the shot yourself, we ain't got a snowball chance in hell of you getting it for your grandchild. Mm-hmm. Man, this shot thing, man, it's overwhelming. It pisses me off to the height of festivity. To the height of festivity is pissing me off. You know how they still doing this. My wife now, we haven't been anywhere because of all the pandemics and the travel stuff. So now we're getting ready to be broke. Because when I married my wife, I asked her, why would you at 60, why would you at 40-some years old want to marry this 60-year-old man? Well, I mean, I want to find out before I tie you in with this body that ain't gonna work and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So what are you looking for in me? And it was simple. What did you say? She said she wanted to be happy. And what else you want to do, see?
See the world.
She wanted to see the world. I got a couple of dollars. We can see the world. So I promised her that now that stuff is opening up a little bit, that was a mistake. As I promised. Where we going in October, see?
In October, Jamaica.
November.
New Orleans.
December.
New York.
Every month we going some damn where you promised. Yeah, she said you promised. And you know what I mean? I enjoy myself. Hey, these women, they drag us along to them things, you know what I mean? Let's go here. And I poke my mouth on every time I go. I have way more fun than her. I had the time of my life. So that's another time. Yeah, that's another time to go to.
That's how he was last night, Gina. Bunny had already told me about the parking, but I never mentioned it. Because if I said anything before we got there, we would not have made it.
We went down Cross Street Market. What was the name of the place? What is it called?
Watershed.
Watershed. They took us to this ritzy place, Bunny, up with her crazy self. She ain't even on there today.
You on here?
You on there, Bunny with her crazy self. She called us while we in the car, Gina. She said, y'all want to be upstairs or down? I said, how the hell I know? You decide where you want to be, upstairs or down. Gina, guess she said, I ain't never been there. I said, you ain't never been there? You get to choose wherever the hell we going there. You took us to this expensive ass place and you ain't never been here. Let me see Bunny get my hands around K. Boone's throat. So we got in there. When I was going around, we went to Park. I rode by CC. I said, where's that? I know that area because we from South Baltimore. I said, we close to Cross Street Market. She said, it's in Cross Street Market. Now, the Cross Street Market I knew was there she go. Yes, I am crazy was. That's Bunny. So we got there, you know, she said upstairs. We went upstairs. Nice out there, because you know, Gina is a paranoid schizophrenic with this virus. You know what I mean? Gina's ain't gonna be close. She's still the only person walking around. You wear the mask when you get there, but you take it off when you go eat. Gina will sit at the table with her mask on. Gina don't trust nobody. Ain't nobody at the table with her 4 friends.
She said, be a good neighbor, stay over there.
Stay over there. You know what I mean? And she all paranoid from the Raven game. Gina was all over the place. And Bunny got us up at this place. So I look around. It's nice. Then I start warming up, saying it's nice. There's TVs all over the place. I say it's nice. Then they start bringing us out food, and I'm gonna tell you, it's pricey as hell. It's a little pricey over there. The food is pricey. You know what I mean? Maybe overrated, but I ain't tell you no lie. It was pricey. $20 French fries, goddamn it. But anyhow, but they was good. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know about y'all. Well, Gina had a drink big as my head. I don't even know what that had. What was your drink called, Gina?
Lemon Crush.
Yeah, well, they crushed the hell out of it. They must have had a big blender. They must have had a ninja. That's the biggest drink. I didn't even know you could serve a drink like that. But anyhow, I'm gonna tell you, my drink was excellent. This place right over here, Bunny, you know what I mean? I told Bunny I thought you was crazy. So we riding around the park. Goddamn, we circled the block 3 times looking at the park. Man, I was pissed to the height of pistivity. Man, I said, don't worry. I hope Bunny have a nice time, because she'll never pick the next place we go. Yeah, wherever she come and go whenever she want, but she ain't picking no more. So then all of a sudden, next thing I know, we got in a space, and when we were feeding the meter, another space opened up. So spaces opened up. You know, we got there right around the time when people were leaving, I guess. But after we got up there, man, we had a good time. We have a good time, didn't we, y'all?
Yes, we did.
It's open air. It's open air with pandemic. It's open air, so you can take your mask off and ain't nobody coughing on you next to you. Like I say, it was pricey as hell. But I'm gonna tell you, these bartenders, these real bartenders, they make real drinks, not no fake it. You know what I mean? Just pour a bunch of stuff in there, pour something red in there and call it grenadine. It's all in there. It's a Mai Tai. Remember, see, they made us yellow Mai Tais. He was making Mai Tai yellow. It's a Mai Tai in yellow. Yeah, because they ain't got the right ingredients at some of these places. They just make them, you know what I mean? They just put something together. But this place right here, made some real drinks. Them damn drinks was good. The food stuff was good. So I highly recommend it. We'll be back, but it's pricey. It ain't no place to take 4 people. Ain't no place to take 4 people. I might go there by myself or something like that. No sir. So, but anyway, it was nice. But yeah, real talk, y'all. These podcasts are really good. We learned a lot from them. It was a couple good topics and stuff today. You know, we're going to do our closing thoughts if even one of the ladies have a topic they want to speak on. But we ain't purposely going to keep all the time being 2 hours just to be 2 hours. You feel me? We just out here with y'all because we really have good topics. Time go fast because we enjoy what we're doing. But I heard 2 things. Cece said, here's one of my topics. I mean, she got another one. Gina said, here's one of my topics. I mean, she got another one. That's what I like about me and Doc. We don't never have no topic, but I was on there 43 minutes with no topic.
Exactly, taking up all the time. But I'm going to tell y'all the good thing about me is that I can hold my topic for the next podcast. It'll still be just as relevant then, and there may be some more developments.
I think that was a little slight at me. I didn't like it, but I'm not going to say nothing. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get our historian / history and new person, Gina. We always, if y'all know, we always try to get her to get 2 topics in just because of the format. She's like, we all got energy to show, but Gina's the one that's our go-to, right, see?
Yeah.
She's our go-to. Whether we have topics or not, Gina's going to have topics, and she's going to be there. She puts a lot of work in, and I do want you to know, Gina gets up and she texts everything to Cece what our topics are and this and check marks and all that.
And don't worry, Gina, I bought him that big clock down there, which is doing absolutely nothing. I'm going to get him a timer from now on because the time has to be split equitably between Doc already gone. You know what I'm saying? You took so long.
Doc and I, we talk on the topic for a while.
53 minutes if you really want to know the truth. But, you know, we're going to get you, we're going to teach you some time management skills.
Hey, Frank.
Frank,
my nephew Frank out there, Frank and Lisa. You know right now what's going on. You know what they used to call me when I was a teenager and I had them girlfriends, Big Chief Heavy Left Hand. Big Chief Heavy Left Hand. You know I used to be the chief of the Slapperhole tribe. And you know what I mean? I love my wife now and all that, but back in the day, when I was 15 to 17, when I had girlfriends and stuff like that, you know what the women used to call me back in the day? Big Chief Heavy Left Hand, because I was the chief of the Slapperhole tribe.
Don't worry about it. They still that same cell that you used to have when you was an ex-dope fiend, jailbird skunk. It's still available. It's still available.
Plus, y'all, I'm gonna tell you something else. I don't cook, so clean, or nothing no more. My wife does all them things. I ain't messing that up. And plus, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I'm gonna tell you one other last thing too. I hope y'all get my prayers that y'all end up with somebody like a Gina, somebody like my wife, somebody like Renee Allen out there, somebody like, you know what I mean, Gloria Evans. You know what I mean? Somebody like Lisa who went back to get her real estate stuff. You know what I mean? My neighbor Sheila. My prayers, y'all get somebody with a couple dollars that can help you. Get somebody with a couple dollars that can help. My wife, I got put up a little mouth. She a little mouthy. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all that new truck that my wife drove, I don't claim broke. And if it sounds like I'm bragging on my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, that's because I am. I bought that new truck. I don't care who named one. I bought it and I paid for it. I bought that Range Rover. I bought it and I paid for it. These houses, I pay for them. The boats, that's what I do. But here's the catch about my wife, because she's retired from the great state of Maryland. She got her own damn money. And she may not end up with a yacht. She may not have a fancy car. She may not have the lifestyle I can give her. But if we break up tomorrow, if Gina don't have, I'm sorry that God took Gina's future and all that from her. I'm sorry. But if they don't have nobody in their life, I want y'all to know, man, they're going to still drive a car. They're going to still have a house. They're going to still have clothes. They're going to still go shopping. They got their own damn money. You get you somebody that can help you, y'all. You should have seen the way she twerked. You should have seen the way she twerked. You should have seen her at work, which I want to see. Talk about how she twerked. Tell me about when she at work. Go get somebody who ain't got nothing but can shake their booties. Wait till all of a sudden when all that pretty stuff start falling and your titties past your waist. You know what I mean? Wait till that stuff is all gone. My wife had them beautiful breasts. We used to laugh at Cece. You seen Cece? Cece breasts would turn the corner before Cece did. Big missiles sticking out there. Her breast turned the corner before she did. Now Cece done got that breast reduction. Guess why? Because she got a husband. I ain't got to run around and look all fancy out here and poke these things out to get a man. Got a man. Now she run around with them pajamas on, robes. You know what I mean? Because guess what now? Because she got her own money. She cooks, sew, and clean. She ain't got to just keep twerking all the time. Y'all get somebody that can help you out there in podcast land. You snakes, I'm glad she pretty. Still can do some things. But Gina Lee going down to Durham Stadium, fighting up in the stands and all that kind of stuff. But she gonna see she got her own damn money. Get somebody that can help y'all. All right, before I monopolize the conversation, y'all know what we do. We always let Gina get her second topic in. Gina, what's your second topic? Let's talk.
Well, my second topic is there is a Texas doctor who is being sued after admitting to violating the new state abortion law. And what happened was 5 days after the governor signed that stupid bill stating that women could not have abortions and anybody that knew they was going to have abortions, they could get money.
Whoa. Damn, I missed that. What now?
Now you can get up to $10,000 if you turn somebody in that either going to get an abortion, performs an abortion, or is taking someone to get an abortion.
And keep in mind, y'all, this is in Texas. So don't go around thinking you're gonna get no $10,000 in Maryland because you told that somebody was having an abortion.
Hey y'all, Gina, before you go on, Gina, man, Texas is screwed up, man. Everything about Texas is negative. They screwed up over there.
So now you got to be a runaway slave to get goddamn abortion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Really
even after the Supreme Court ruled that this was unconstitutional, this whole law. But I'm sorry, Dana, but I was reading up on this same thing, and it was so ironic that I started to talk about this same piece. So I don't mean to cut you off, but this
no problem. But I was like, I mean, this is the thing that really got me is the fact. Did you read the man who is suing this doctor? His name is Oscar Stilley. And he, wait a minute.
Silly.
First of all, he's suing for $100,000. That's first of all. And this man is on home monitor because, wait a minute. He's on home monitor and he said he wanted to test the law to see if it paid. He said if everybody else can get paid, why can't I?
And the crazy part about that whole thing, Gina, is that I don't even think that he lives in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, because you don't have to live in Texas to file these lawsuits and get the $10,000. And he thought to sue the doctor because the doctor publicly admitted that he had still been facilitating in some way for these women to have abortions. So he doesn't have any personal connection to this doctor. He just wanted to see if he could really get the $10,000.
He lives in Bexar County, Texas, and San Antonio is located within Bexar, Texas.
Okay, and
That's
There's
where the
also
doctor is.
there's
The
another
doctor
man.
is
There's another man that's suing this same doctor. There's another man that's suing this same doctor, and I think that I could be wrong if anybody knows, but I didn't write it down because I decided not to talk about it. But it was funny that you decided to talk about it. But it's another man, and I think that he's in Tallahassee.
Oh
Well,
my
why
God.
don't I sue him? Can I sue him too then?
Look, everybody. Yeah, let's
How
all
about the
file a
sue 'em?
lawsuit. That don't make no daggone sense. They saying, well, the law says that if you can detect a fetal heartbeat, that it's supposed to be against the law. So this man is saying he wants, like I said, $100,000 because he wants the doctor to actually say that I will never do another abortion again. This man's business. So, and been doing it for 15 years. Now, this guy Stilley is currently on home confinement and serving the 12th year of a 15-year federal sentence for tax evasion and conspiracy charges, according to the complaint. But he gonna sue the doctor for $10,000. This is a mockery, is what it is.
It really is.
It's absurd. It's absurd. I mean, even the people that say, I don't want to get the shot. I got rights. They're acting like it's a third world. If you was in a third world country, they'd have cut your fingers off because you wouldn't get the damn shot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just so fed up with these people. The man says, for me, it's 1972 all over again with the Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
Decision.
Some of this stuff we laugh and joke about it. You know what I mean? But you can't make some of this up. Some of this you can't even make up. Go back over there to fight a war that we've been fighting for 20 years and tell us that it's our war because we went over there and aided and assist somebody we lost. Intelligent people. Put Gene over the counter, but this guy gonna go over and talk, but he's gonna sue somebody just because is out there to sue. Y'all over there,
right? And the man is a disbarred lawyer, by the way, the one that's filing the lawsuit, Stilley.
I mean, he already been charged on home confinement.
He's a disbarred lawyer, and the other one is Felipe Gomez, a suspended lawyer from Illinois.
It's crazy.
Some of the brightest people are some of the dumbest people.
Absolutely.
You are what's a pharmacist selling $10 cards?
Lose your license over that.
You lose it like over $10, and you're making six figures twice probably. Just some of this just don't even make any sense. All right, y'all. I got this fancy light up clock over there. My wife and gave me. I'm gonna use it for a while. Hey, y'all. Once again, great job. Hands up, panel. Hands up, panel. Hands up to a great show. Thank you for being in there, Doc. Everybody. Hey, we want to let you know we really had a good time the other night going out to eat. A lot of people commenting on there. Cece said something that I found out is true. We don't have a clue on who's watching this show. Gina and Cece told me that, and it's true. We don't have a clue on watching the show. I was over there. I talked to Vita Sessions and them. They sometimes I said, yeah, the other day when I was watching the show. Sam said, yeah, man, the other day, that don't make no sense what Gina was talking about, man. What's the matter with these people? A lot of y'all, because you don't do a lot of commenting, you know what I mean? You don't chime in to say anything. We don't know you watching. But out there in podcast land, we know that y'all watching. The great Clifton T. Perkins, man, it's a gang of y'all watching. I haven't seen Renee Allen, you know what I mean? Goodman, I haven't seen her in a while. You know, she's one of the nurses at Perkins and stuff. My friend Steele of Nation. You get what I'm saying? But She never hates on the Ravens. She just got her team, and but she's from there. You know what I mean? She's from there. She never. So I'm glad to get in touch with some of these people again. Keith Bosch the other day was commenting on there. Sam Sadler came on the show yesterday when I did Who You With Sports Talk. Sam Sadler, one of my friends from Perkins and stuff, and they all talk about the show. Now y'all up here watching the show, man. We just want to say thank you. We want to say thank you. I always want to thank my panel for doing a good job and getting everybody in there. But we want y'all to know thank you. I mean, Nettie, Sugar Mama Jones, this is my family. You know what I mean? You know, through my extended family. But their mother played a big part in my daughter being saved. My daughter Becky. I tried to get in church, get her to do this. I couldn't get it. Miss Ann did that. Becky has my oldest grandchild. You know what I mean? Now I'm back in the loop with them. I talked to Sugar. She's been to the home, pulling up book bags, and you know she's supporting Gina and Mary. What is it called? Paparazzi jewelry, which y'all gonna be talking about tomorrow. Yeah, there she go. There she go. We got you. We couldn't even eat dinner. Gina come over there with bags full of stuff for CC and Bonnie. Bags full of stuff. She got home.
Your stuff too, Lisa girl. If you still watching, I got your stuff.
Yeah, Lisa Law, we got your stuff too. You know what I mean? They all spending and all that, but the podcast has got me back with people that I really hadn't been seeing a lot. You know, Diane Cooper. I keep, Di's one of my good friends. You know what I mean? From the neighborhood, grew up with my daughters and stuff, but we talk sports a lot. And everybody that's out there, once again, I want to thank you. This is a real good, feel-good episode for me because Gina's topic was about this person here. My mother, late great Catherine Tate. You know what I mean? Granddaughter ruler, president of Post 19, Eastern Star, Wax the Center, all those groups and stuff that these people put in effect. You know what I mean? I mean, my wife is 46 years old, so she should be ashamed of herself because you know what they knew the Post 19 for? With their little hot self and little pretty girls like Cece and them. They used to go down there and sit on the stool and them guys would buy them drinks. I know she's one of them too. They all did. I mean, they pour big giant drinks in there. They just the friendliest stuff. When you go in there, you know what I mean? People gonna hit on you because you're attractive and you're young and stuff like that. But ain't nobody golfing over you. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. When you leave out, CC, when you leave out, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the group. That's the group right there. Good job, C. Good job, Gina. Excellent. Excellent. So when you leave out of there, them CC, them little young pretty girls and stuff like that, didn't nobody bother them. Right? See, them guys walk you to the door. You came in there, remember they had them chicken boxes? They used to have a chicken box for $5.99, chicken wings big as your head. More French fries in the box wasn't even closed. They wasn't there to get rich, and drinks was $3, and people always set up rounds. We have a legacy here, y'all, of elderly people. We call them elderly now. We have a legacy of people trying to do the right thing. Their format was to give you a chance and a place to go to be safe. But no place is safe in Baltimore anymore because y'all killing each other. Y'all killing each other. But you used to go down there. What's the other one there? Gina spoke on last week. Art Social Club.
Oh, yeah.
You got like $5 million or something like that. Everybody went to the Art Social Club. Remember, what was that? What we call it? See, the little white girl? Mini-Me. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, people just go in there and have a good time at these places, man. Ain't no problem. You know, y'all got it where it ain't safe no more. But, you know, I pray that y'all get back in touch with these people and keep it going. Hey, y'all. Closing thoughts, Gina Lee, before we get out of here. Closing thoughts.
Strive for a greater purpose. I'm gonna go with the American Legion motto. You know,
what was it again?
Strive for a greater purpose.
Yeah, we got to incorporate that in the show. I like that, Gina. Thank you. CC, closing thoughts.
My closing thoughts are just as they always are. Get the vaccine. wear the damn mask. And now that these vaccines are becoming available for the younger children, please don't push that craziness about the Tuskegee Institute on these babies. You know what I'm saying? Don't have these babies out here dying because you living by some conspiracy theory. So as a parent, it's always important to be ever vigilant and do your homework. I understand that. Do your research. But people are dying. People are still dying. This pandemic is very much alive and well. So we have to do our best to protect these babies. So, protect yourself and let them be protected because they depended on you to make a good decision for their future.
This has become the deadliest virus ever.
Yes.
Ever.
Literally. In 15 years, if we don't get control of this thing, they said if nobody got a vaccination, they say in 15 years, 67% of the world's population, the human race, would be dead. They said in 100 years, we would be extinct because of this virus, and y'all not running around getting shots. That could be the dumbest shit that I've ever heard. That could be the dumbest I've ever heard. Okay, my closing thoughts is prejudgment. Prejudgment. See things too and get your own opinion of it. Just like this podcast here. Man, Party Marty got a podcast and CC and Gina. Yeah. Well, I mean, I know Jay-Z got a podcast. I gotta watch that. You know what I mean? I heard they over there doing that thing with Babyface or something like that. Y'all know everything about a rapper. Y'all know everything about an entertainer. You don't know nothing about the important events happening in the world today. You won't go over there. You'll see a party. We'll pay for your drinks if you at the bar. But you think you're going to chime in to watch the show? Absolutely not. That's prejudging. Hey, Bunny, I'm gonna apologize to you when you had me riding around looking for a damn parking space to come over there to dinner. Then we went in that high ritzy ass place. You know what I mean? $160, $170 to eat. I prejudged you. I said my free judgment is Bunny ain't gonna never choose where the hell we going to do. We ain't gonna go over. She ain't gonna choose no more. And after I sat there and had them good drinks and enjoyed myself, and the atmosphere was nice. They got like about 100 TVs up there. Not no little TVs. It's like a sports bar too. Bunny, after that, you good. You can choose again. Well, you won't choose no time soon. You know what I mean? Because to go around the circle, it's 4 of us. You know what I mean? And this is the format out there in podcast land telling Bunny. What we get to do is how we do it. The thing is, whoever, each time we don't share, in case y'all don't know, y'all want to know our format. If y'all want to be out there and see how you're supposed to do to enjoy yourself, whoever goes out each week, we take a turn on paying. Ain't no who put up this, I pay for the drinks. We don't do that. Who put up, let me see. Nope. Your turn. That's right. So I paid this time. It started with CC. You feel me? She paid the first time we went to Papa's. We went to the next time and CC said, Gina, we're gonna help you know. She insisted. Because now remember how this thing is. It's a little unfair because of the numbers. It's Gina, that's one person. It's Bunny, it's one person. Well, it's 2 of us all the time. It's me and CC. So you one person paying for 3 people. But when the next person pays, you got 2 people splitting that. So everybody takes a turn. I get a turn. CC gets a turn. Gina gets a turn. Well, we get to choose. So we want to let y'all know. I paid last time, even though Bunny insisted on paying for some drinks, but that's because she's crazy. But don't worry. You get to treat all you want next time because the next one is on you, Bunny. And I've already decided I paid this time. We're going back to reality. We're going to Applebee's.
He been trying to get the Applebee's ever since this thing started. Please
Applebee's is 2 meals for $25. They got $3 specials in a day every day. Music's playing. The appetizers where we just came from, y'all. What were they? $18. How much were those French fries? $20. They were good, Gina. They were good, CC. They were good, Bunny. But they ain't no $20 damn French fries. They goddamn potatoes. You know what I mean? What's Applebee's? You get the whole darn. They give you half the section for $20 worth of appetizers. We going back to appetizers one time, so I don't look like a cheapskate with my wife and stuff like that. All right, y'all. I got you. You and you okay? I like Applebee's. There you go. because we like drinking. All right, y'all, we getting up out of here. Hands up to a good podcast again, y'all. Thank you so very much. Gina Lee, special thank you to you for your topic about post-19. And like I'm saying, I never did wipe those tears. I really felt good. So y'all know, let me get up out of here. I can do this, as I can say this specially. Mama! This one's for you. Y'all don't know my mother's the late, great Catherine Chase. Post-19, granddaughter ruler. Elks Home president. Waxahachie Center president. Eastern Star. Last surviving member of the Waxahachie Waves to go to war for the great world. I'm going to tell you who I am. I'm not Party Marty, West Baltimore, internet now. My name is Maurice Tate, and I'm Catherine Tate's bouncing baby boy. And I've never been so proud to be able to say that as I am tonight. Mama, I love you. Here we go, y'all. Hey, the work I've done speak for me. May the life I've lived speak for me when I'm resting in my grave. Oh, Lord, may they all say, may the service we give on this podcast speak for me. Hands up! Podcast land! Hands up! I've never felt so happy and proud as I am right here, right now. Mama, I love you. Thank you, everybody. See you later. My name is Maurice Tate. I'm Catherine's bouncing baby boy. That's my time, and I'm out. Kenny Davis, take us home. Now get out there, y'all, and have a great day on purpose.